Hello and welcome to the astrological updates for the week commencing the 16th of March through to the 22nd of March. My name is Gordon and I'll be your host for the next 5-10 minutes as we just look at the general trends for what's coming up this week. Now do remember this video is part of a playlist, so if you wish to have your individual astrological signs looked at, so more personal, a little bit more personal to you, then obviously go down the playlist and you can find the individual forecast for Aries through to Pisces. And again, that can relate to the sun sign or of course the rising or your rising sign. So introductions over. Thank you very much once again for joining me, and let's have a look what we've got happening this week. Well, this is quite an exciting week as we go from the 16th through to the 22nd. We got a number of new things happening. The first one, of course, most obvious, is the sun changes its sign from Pisces and goes into much more achieving and aggressive, if I may use the word, and I use the word loosely, aggressive, Aries. Aries is all about winning. Aries is all about making achievements and, you know, blowing away the cobwebs. So we've got a beautiful transition of energy, certainly for you guys that are looking to achieve things. The other thing, of course, that we get happening as well next week, or this week, depending when you're looking at it, this week, is the new moon, of course, in Aries. And, you know, if you look on the channel, I do a few playlists, but if you look in the playlist that concerns the astrology and learning, you'll find it if you search through the videos. We talk about moon astrology there, but essentially a new moon is all about new energy, getting things achieved. And when it occurs in Aries, this provides a tremendous amount of passion and the energy to get things going. One of the other phenomena happening this week, which very, very few of you, I dare say, will have missed, of course, is the obvious, and that is a solar eclipse. Excuse me. And the solar eclipse is occurring just at the end of Pisces as the sun moves into Aries. Now, again, there is another video in that playlist I mentioned earlier. So if you search on the, if you look on the site and amongst the playlists, you'll find it, and it's all about solar eclipses, what they mean, and their significance. But in essence, a solar eclipse gives us something. It gives a surprise normally if it really affects Aries in your chart, and I'd need to look at the personal chart to find out where that would be. But in general, a solar eclipse augurs change. It augurs positive change. A solar eclipse gives something to the chart. It doesn't take away, it gives, and it always gives a positive change. So we've got that to look forward to this week as well. And of course, the spring equinox also is not to be left out. So, this is when the days equal the nights. And so we're starting to go into the longer days now. So the sign of spring definitely being on its way. And we've got some other movers. We've got Venus, which now moves out of Aries and moves into Taurus, where it can become quite strong because Venus, of course, rules Taurus. And we've also got a lovely Sun, which is forming a trine with Saturn, and Saturn this week slows and starts to go retrograde. So an awful lot happening. Now with Saturn going retrograde, that can be quite important to a few of you guys, certainly if you're in some form of work transition, or you're looking to set up business, or you're at a point in your life where you are trying to expand. Also, that can work around a relationship as well. But Saturn does have a tendency to really scrutinize whatever it touches, so you can be sure where Saturn touches in the chart that there is a thorough investigation, and you come away, I would almost say, with lessons learned. But of course, this all depends on attitude, but 9 times out of 10, it's really positive lessons. So again, great deal of positivity. And another little thing that happens this week is that we see lovely Neptune, that lovely dreamy planet, the planet of the media, the planet of the artist, comes into contact with wonderful Mercury, which now is, of course, is speeding forward after being through the retrograde time. And this is the planet, of course, of thought. It's the planet of travel. It's a planet of activation. So this should apply a lot, especially to you lovely Pisceans. You should see a boost in energy. And, you know, last but not least, of course, we also see with this new moon coming in, also starting to trigger around Uranus. So it is an exciting week. It's a week that is absolutely packed full of really positive energy. And, you know, the reason really for doing these videos and the updates is to keep you updated of where the energy is. You know, are we going into a quiet week? No, I don't feel we are. I feel we're going into a week, you know, where if you're trying to achieve things, then you really can be grabbing the bull by the horns and bringing new opportunity towards you, because the universe this week is certainly supplying the energy. And, you know, it's a time of abundance. It's a time of smiling and bringing things into you. But hey, that's enough of the introduction. If you go through the playlist, you can find your individual star signs. And thank you very, very much for listening to this video. And I hope it's been of use to you. Please, 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 if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, because it makes such a big difference. And it means that, of course, the videos, as they come out in these playlists, can be got out to you straight away so that you don't miss your weekly update. If, of course, you want to leave some comments, please, please do. I love getting interactive, and you can see the website down the bottom of the page. But also, if you want to leave some comments at the bottom of the video, please feel free to do so, and I'll do my best to reply. Once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to speaking to you next week.